together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. Wow, it's been too long now. And I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, we got a nice full card of hockey. We got some NBA as well. So we're not going to waste too much time. I have not been capping too much lately. I've been here or there with it because it's just been a crazy last 10 days. I think I got like 80 something hours over the last 10 days, just long days. So that was fun. But we're back to doing shows, and I only had the Devils over 5.5. That was the only play I had yesterday, and of course I finished 3-2. And I wake up this morning to see that the reason why that loss was Trent put a live bet on the Devils -1.5. Looking for an empty net. Never got it. Never got the over either. So that was my only play yesterday. It was a loser, but we have a nice full card to get into today.
There you go. Yesterday was not a good day. We'll be completely blunt with that one. Yikes, I didn't realize how bad it was. College basketball was good. I will give it that. College basketball went 3-1. Winners with Sela, Mississippi Valley State, and Lamar. Loser with Ohio State in overtime. Double loser. For NBA, I put up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays. I went 1-6.
Yikes.
The Blazers got there. Almost didn't. They blew like an 18-point lead. Still lost. They lost but covered. Nets didn't cover. The over didn't hit. Raptors didn't cover. Spurs lost outright. And my favorite play of the day that I put up twice with the Heat money line and plus 3.5 loses in double overtime. Not fun. And then for your hockey, I put the over in the Devils game, and I took a shot with the Canucks puck line plus 200. Just an absolute ugly day on the site. Ready for a bounce back day today. We already have 5 college basketball plays up on the site, so we'll see how today goes.
Yep. Head over to the chat, and then we'll get into today's card.
What's up, Nicholas Handy? Morning. Good morning, Coyote. Bad day yesterday, down 3 units.
Yeah.
Turka, Sabres. Hey, the Sabres are only 6 points out for a wild card spot. So, kidding. What's up, Real Deal? How you doing today? All right, Nick. We get the show started.
Yeah, let's get it started. Here are the Houston Rockets and the Washington Wizards. The Rockets 12-point road favorites. Total of 225 in this game. I'll be straight up. I have paid attention to no NBA. When I'm not on the show. So the last time I bet an NBA game was the last time I did a morning show. We have the Houston Rockets. They opened up at a 9.5. It's now all the way up to a 12. So we do have a big move towards Houston. On open up 226.5 down to a 224.5. Now we do see some 225s out there though. The 224.5 is juiced slightly towards the over. The Houston Rockets are 23-12 this year, straight up, 20-15 ATS, 17-18 over under, 10-5 on the road. The Washington Wizards 6-27, 12-20-1, so they're not even a covering team. 16-16-1 over under, 5-13 at home. They're 1-13 on the road. We do have 66% of tickets and 68% of cash coming in on the Rockets, the line moving towards them. And then 69% of tickets and 69% of cash, nice, is on the over, yet this line's dropped. Now, obviously, for a long time this year, one reason why I've had a decent NBA season is opponent's team total overs against the Washington Wizards. Not everything correlates for me in that one, and I lost a few. I stopped doing that a little while ago because I lost a few in a row, and I was like, all right, this is a good time to jump off. I'm not getting involved with this game, though. It would be Rockets or nothing. If I'm playing, I'm laying, but not 12 when I could have gotten 9.5, 10, 10.5, 11, 11.5. It's just the lines move too much for me to have any interest in that. And I don't really want unders in Wizards games, but on the flip side, I don't want to bet the over here either. So, pass.
Yeah, I feel no need to jump on this game. We'll start off the day with a pass. That's always a lot of fun. I'm not laying 12 points on a road team. I don't lay 12 points, period, unless there's a really good reason, and there's not really a good reason. I will say Houston has looked good this year. I'll give them that. They're a lot better than – we kind of expected them to be decent. But they're a lot better than we expected them to be. I'm not laying that many points. I'm not touching the Wizards. I kind of look towards the over in this game just because towards the under in this game just because I think Houston can slow down Washington enough. But getting an over in a Wizards game is a death wish. So not anything I need to get involved with. I will say this NBA card kind of sucks. I was trying to find. I think I might have 2 or 3 plays, but it's a rough card.
Yeah, I can see that.
Are the Sabres going to hire David Carl, Denver University coach, World Juniors coach?
I have no idea.
Why would they do that? They have Lindy Ruff. Yeah, you know what? They probably should. Suppness. Nick, any updates on the contest?
I am off the next couple days. I will have all the numbers done by tomorrow. I have been working nonstop the last 10 days. I'm sorry the contest isn't updated.
There you go. He won 2 gold medals, 2 natties. Yeah, I saw that. Yes, reunited. Yeah, Nick's back. Good morning. Good morning, 3 a.m. McDonald's brought back the Crunch Wrap, the snack wraps. Cool. Corey Kispit under 12.5 points. I don't even. Is that a Washington? That's a Washington player. I really don't do player props, so good luck. Wake me up when we get to hockey.
Yeah, right.
You suck. Rockets team total over. I could see that. But that's probably the better way to approach it.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not laying 12 points. But Rockets first half spread. Sometimes I'm sad, but then I think back, nope. Tim, you were so confident on the Heat yesterday. Can't believe, dude, they went to frickin' double overtime. Yeah, I was confident in them, and it did not work out. That was pure chaos in the chat, and I missed it. McDonald's has snack wraps. Never knew that. Now you do. Let's keep on rolling, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Phoenix Suns and the Charlotte Hornets. -4.5 for the Suns, total 222 in this game. We have this line opening up at a 5. We're now seeing 4.5s. And this did all the way down to a 3. But now we're seeing the 4.5. Line opened up 228.5. It's down to a 222. A massive drop towards the under. 71% of tickets, 75% of cash on the over. But the question is that on the 228 or is that on the 222? It makes more sense if that over money is coming in later on the 222 number. 88% of tickets, 93% of cash on the Phoenix Suns as well. And this line's dropping a little bit here, which does pique a little interest to me for the Charlotte Hornets in this game. We have the Phoenix Suns coming in off of a win against the Philadelphia 76ers to snap their 4-game losing streak against Indiana, Memphis, Golden State, and Dallas. So they had 4 tough games, and they finally got a win there. They're 16-18 now. The the Phoenix Suns, and they're outside of a playoff spot. 12-22 ATS, 16-17 1 over under, 6-10 on the road. The Hornets have struggled this year. They have lost. Is that 10 games in a row?
Yeah.
They've lost 10 in a row. They've covered in 3 of the last 4 though, so they've been covering as dogs. They are 7-27, 18-16 ATS though. They're above average ATS team. They're a terrible team though. 12-21-1 ATS, 5-13 at Spectrum Center there in Charlotte, North Carolina. Why are we not on the Hornets in this game? I feel like the market is telling us they're a very live dog. All the money, all the tickets are on Phoenix, and they're like, oh, you like them out of 5? Here's a 4.5. It got all the way down to a 3 at one point before some buyback on the Suns. I'm going to take the 4.5 here at minus 110 with the Charlotte Hornets in this game. I like the points in this one.
I'm right there with you already. This is a Hornets team that is not particularly good. They've lost 10 in a row. They're kind of beat up right now. This is just with my capping for NBA, I love those gross plays. Those plays that nobody wants to go after, those are my type of plays. Like the Heat last night, unfortunately it didn't work out, but that was like a gross play that I liked. And that's one of the reasons why I'm having a decent NBA year is I go after those plays, and most of the time they work out nicely for me. So I'm gonna be jumping on the Hornets with you. I wouldn't be surprised if they went outright. Like plus 155, 160 money line. I'm gonna just take the 4.5 points though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that spot there with the Hornets. I got 4.5 minus 110 over on Bet365. Back to the chat.
Yep, sorry, I was just putting it up on the site. Pass over 223 minus 115. There you go. Gotta buy 446's membership since I won last month.
There you go.
If you could figure out a way to do that, have fun. The Heat were a little less of a gross play than this. This is very gross, but it would be Hornets or nothing. That's fair.
Yeah.
How about this one, Nick?
Yeah, we have the LA Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks. We have the Lakers minus 7 total, 219 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here. It opened up at a 4.5. It's all the way up to a 6.5 now. It did get up to a 7.5, so a little bit of buyback here on Dallas. Line opened up 223. It's now at 218.5, so move towards the under here as well. We have 68% of tickets, 68% of cash is on the Lakers. The line's moving towards them. 90% of tickets, 88% of cash is on the over, and the line is dropping on this one here. I'm assuming there's injuries. That's why the line is the way it is.
Yeah, still no Luka.
Still no Luka. That makes sense why they're touchdown underdogs
At home.
Even though looks like they're probable. Okay. I saw Anthony Davis and LeBron James on the injury report, but
don't worry about them.
I should know better by now.
Yep.
And it's no Luka and no Kyrie.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in the Mavericks at this number a little bit. Dallas is 20-16, 18-17 and 1 ATS, 17-18 1 over under, 10-6 at home. The Lakers struggle on the road. They're 8-10 on the road this year. They're 20-14 overall, 18-16 over under, or ATS and 15-19 over under. The Mavericks have lost 5 in a row, so this is not particularly a team I want to go ahead and back. We just bet the Hornets are on a 10-game losing streak, so I guess there's no limits to that. Okay. And the Lakers are coming off a win, but they've covered a decent amount, the Lakers, as of late. They're a pretty good basketball team. They're winning 7 of their last 9 games and covering in 8 of them. They covered as 4.5-point underdogs in a 4-point loss against the Rockets in their last game. The Lakers have been covering a little bit in these, but with that being said, now they're laying a decent price on the road against a Mavericks team that has a little bit of depth. So I get it. They're losing games right now, but I would only look Dallas in this game.
Yeah, I'm never laying this amount of points with the Lakers on the road. I don't like to lay this amount of points in general, especially on a road team, especially on the Lakers. But no, this is not a spot that I need to go after Dallas. This has been a Dallas team that they were up nicely for for a playoff spot. Now I believe they're in a play-in game. It just shows the effect of Luka, because obviously Luka's a big guy, a big player in there. Dallas is actually currently sitting in the 6th seed, so they're currently sitting in a playoff spot without a play-in. So that is interesting to see. How about them Spurs that are currently in a play-in spot? But this is not a game I feel I need to get involved with. So I'm going to end up staying off this game, and I'll find value maybe in the next game. How about a gross play in the next game, Nick?
Potentially.
College basketball, Georgia, yes, and Florida. I did not trust. Nick, I need to answer this real quick. It's
Okay.
my boss.
Okay. So there we go. Oh, nope, not what I want to do there. Okay, there we go. College and Florida money on. Gotcha. Derek Lively over 9.5 points, minus 105. And the Mavs plus 7. Yeah, the Mavs are the only spot I would look there. Austin Reeves over 19.5 points. And PJ Washington over 17.5 points. There you go. There you go. Houston Christian, what a game yesterday. There you go. We'll move on, though. Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the New Orleans Pelicanos. The Wolves 5-point road favorites, total of 220.5 in this game. Not the greatest situational spot here for the Timberwolves. This is their second half of a back-to-back and a third game in 4 nights where they've had travel. They went from Detroit back home to Minnesota, and now they go to New Orleans. So a little bit of travel over the last couple days here for that. Line opened up at a 5. It's a 5.5 now. So we have seen a small move towards Minnesota. Line opened up 222.5. It's now down to a 220.5. So we have a 2-point line movement towards the under here as well. We have 67% of tickets and 67% of cash on the T-Wolves, and the line moving towards them. And then 83% of tickets, 79% of cash on the over as well, and the line's dropping. The Pelicans are coming off of back-to-back wins and covers. They played the Washington Wizards back-to-back games, and we found a team that is worse than the New Orleans Pelicans this year, and that is the Wizards. So there's that. So they're coming in playing decent basketball as of late. I mean, I would only look towards the Pelicans in this game if I'm backing it. They've won back-to-back matchups against Minnesota as well. So this would be Pelicans or nothing. And maybe I do get to some Pelicanos action now. I just want to make sure there's no 6s. Yeah. I can get a 5.5 at minus 105 over on ESPN Bet. I'm going to take a shot here. Give me the Pels on this one at plus 5.5, minus 105. Yes, it's an ugly play, but I'm getting an opportunity to fade the Timberwolves on the road on a second half of a back-to-back in the third game in 4 nights. Getting 5.5 points to do so. I'm going to take a shot here with New Orleans in this game, plus the 5.5, minus 105.
Sorry, that was Costco boss. I am on another gross play with you, Nick. Give me the Pelicans. I love how these lines just scream it just screams the ugly dog. And you look at the exact things I was listening to, the exact same things that you mentioned, even though the Timberwolves are, I believe, the worst team in the West. They're currently the second worst team in basketball, they're the second worst team in basketball, only behind the Washington Wizards. And then it's Washington, New Orleans, Charlotte, Toronto. So there you go. I mentioned Toronto is going to be one of the worst teams in basketball. There you go. and Utah. Those are all the teams under 10 wins at this point of the season. I'm going to take New Orleans plus the 5 points. 5.5 I'm getting. I think it's a possible spot that New Orleans is live in this game.
I can absolutely see that.
Sorry, I'm just boom up on the site.
There you go.
What did I leave off?
Here.
Oh, 83-73 as big dogs. My only play.
Houston Christian.
Wow. Nice. Tim is gone. Let's talk hockey. No. Pelicans plus 5.5. Pelicans money line. Pelicans are backs when they are favorites. Are they, though? Because it will only be against the Wizards. Lakers team total over. Pelicans are scrappy. The underdog I would like. I like it. There's another underdog I'm going to take later, too. But this one's my, I don't want to say system play, but it's my go-to.
Atlanta Hawks and Utah Jazz. You like Jazz? Line opened up at a 6. It's now 6.5 for Atlanta. Line opened up at a 234.5. It's now 237 as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here. 53% of tickets, 58% of the cash on the Atlanta Hawks. I'm leaning Hawks in this game a little bit. 63% of the tickets are on the over, 52% of the cash is on the under. So we have sharper money coming in on under in this game as well. Looking at the matchup here, we have the Utah Jazz not coming in off of 1, but 2 straight wins as 9-point dogs. Imagine that. And this is their 3rd game in 4 nights, though. The Utah Jazz. I think this is and they're returning back home after a 3-game road trip where they were in New York, Miami, and Orlando. Then they had to go from Orlando to Utah on a 3rd game in 4 nights. I can see why Atlanta is this big of a favorite. The one thing is, can you trust them? This is their 4th game it's their 5th game on a 6-game road trip. So they have one more game on the road after this against Phoenix, and that is on the 9th. This is not a 3rd game in 4 nights for them. They played on the 3rd and the 4th, and then they had the 5th and the 6th off. I think this is Atlanta for me. The more and more I look at this spot, the line is moving towards Atlanta. It looks like decent, sharper action is on Atlanta here in this spot. I know you don't like laying decent points on the road, but I'm interested in Atlanta here in this one at -6.5. I can get that over on Bet365. I'm going to take them as well.
I mean, I'm not going to talk you off of your Atlanta play. I'm just going to stick with my normal for Atlanta games.
Over.
The over. This is the Atlanta team that does not play defense. And when it comes to it, what are they allowing? 119, almost 120 points they're allowing per game. And now they're going up against Utah, which is going to play a higher tempo. Yeah, this is just a stationary, once again, betting the over in a Hawks game. Just kind of my go-to this season, and it's been very profitable, kind of like the other last year when I did the Pacers a lot with the overs. Yeah, this is the same kind of deal. I'm just going to keep riding with Atlanta Hawks overs and run with that.
I like it. So maybe an Atlanta Hawks team total over.
It could be, but I just stick with the overs in general.
Spots as well. Yeah.
Sam, I'm ready for college baseball. You know it.
Yeah.
Oh, there was actually a perfect game put out their rankings already for it.
ECU ain't ranked.
That's gonna age like fine milk. I was looking at it. It's quite hysterical to see. I'm only gonna bring this up because who do you call it? Owen mentioned it. I'm gonna bring. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Here's the college baseball rankings. According to Perfect Game.
Wow, all the way down at 5, the reigning champs?
Tennessee lost a couple players. That makes sense. I find it crazy that Georgia is number 4 after losing Condon.
Yeah, but he's just one player.
Yeah, man. Beavers at top 10 is kind of crazy.
Duke is a top 10.
Florida is, I think, a little bit low, Vanderbilt's a little bit low.
Dalbap's too high.
Arkansas is a little bit low. Dalbap's exactly where they're supposed to be. NC State's a little bit high.
Where's NC State?
Exactly. Anyways, no, I'm kidding. ECU not on there is crazy. South Carolina not on there, crazy. Santa Barbara just feels really random.
No, they've had a good little program.
Auburn on there just seems a little random.
Coastal's 23rd.
Coastal on there, yeah. West Virginia's on there. I guess that one makes sense.
Yeah, but they just lost Weatherholt.
Yeah. This is
obviously these are preseason rankings.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're only preseason rankings, and I'll love to see how these fine like milk. But I just figured Owen mentioned it. I wanted to bring it up. South Carolina is going to be filthy this year, dude. I'm surprised South Carolina was on the rankings. Hawks team total over. I can see that. It would be yes, because I like the over. So yes, I would go after the over. Paul Mary is going to get his boys right, dude. I'm just excited to get into college baseball. You'll see college baseball plays across the bottom of the across the scroll every single day. Atlanta's -6. Can't get into that. No, I can't either. Pass. Didn't know Charlie Morton signed with the O's.
Is there a more unserious franchise right now than the Baltimore Orioles? Like, what the hell are they doing off-season wise?
I know it is kind of weird. They haven't really had a great offseason.
Sugano and Morton are your answers to your pitching staff when you have a young, controllable core right now.
Yeah, I know that's a little bit. I don't like that. Although I don't hate the Morton move.
Here's what I would do if I were you, Tim. Don't do the Baltimore Orioles everyday thing.
No, I wasn't going
to.
Good. Honestly, if I was going to do a team every single day, Washington.
The Athletics.
I think Washington could be a very interesting everyday team.
Why? Because they might go 75 and 87 and be profitable.
Mm-hmm. I think they could be plus money enough. And I think they go 81 and 81.
Oh, wow.
Hawks games over 234.5. Yep. About 236. Gross rankings. Yes. Ew, so gross. I have no clue. Okay. Isn't Nebraska good at college baseball? They made a regional last year. I don't think they did anything in their regional. College baseball, yawn, Coyote. Don't make me put you in timeout. Reds every day.
Yes.
Reds could be interesting.
I love the Cincinnati Reds this year. Oh, they just made a trade yesterday. They gave up Mike Soroka and a draft pick for Gavin Lux.
I like that move.
I like that move because Gavin Lux was a little bit of excess for the LA Dodgers.
Yeah.
If you're really looking at it, and that gives the Reds another bat. I want to see them make maybe another bullpen addition or something like that. But I'm telling you right now, Reds over their win total and division will be a futures bet for me.
There you go. Anyways, we got plenty of time to talk about baseball. We've got
I think when pitchers and catchers report is when we're gonna do preview shows.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm already starting my prep on it. I already have a few plays I really like. But we have 2 more games in the NBA before we get into the NHL card. We have the Golden State Warriors and the Miami Heat. We have the Warriors as 9.5-point favorites and the 9.5-point favorites in this game. Total 219. Line opened up 6.5. It's now a 9. So a big move towards these Golden State Warriors. Line opened up to 19.5. It's down to a 218. So a move towards the under here as well. We have 64% of the tickets and 67% of the cash is on the Heat in this game. The line's moving towards the Warriors. We have 83% of tickets, 83% of cash on the over in this one as well. I was thinking, Miami Heat, that can be a gross play. Maybe the lines move too much. I did not expect for more money and more tickets to be on the Miami Heat in this game. That kind of caught me by surprise a little bit here. And, the Warriors are now 18-17. Remember when they got off to that awesome start?
Oh, yeah.
And now they've kind of cooled off. And they are 8th.
I wonder who projected the Warrior downfall. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the pretty simple thing. I want nothing to do with the Miami Heat right now. That team looks like they've given up, and somehow they're only 17-17. They look like they've given up. I don't get it. They've lost 3 in a row. They lost in double overtime last night. It's the third game in 4 nights. However, I don't want to lay this many points with the Golden State Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe if you're somebody who parlays, Warriors money line is a parlay piece for those interested. But I mean, even then, you're not getting any value on that in the -375, -400 range.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no interest in this game. However, if I'm playing, I'm winning.
Yeah, I could see that. There's zero chance I would go after the Miami Heat, especially after playing a double overtime game last night, and then having to travel. Granted, it's from Sacramento to Golden State, so not far, but
A double overtime game.
But a double overtime game last night in the late game, and now they have to do it again. Yeah, no, I don't think it's a good spot for Miami at all. I understand why Golden State's gone. Now, this is why, Nick, I don't trust your money a lot. How much money was bet on the Miami Heat before they played last night?
There was no line available before they played.
Was.
There was?
Yeah.
There was a look-ahead line?
Yeah, of
for
course.
Playing a back-to-back?
Of course.
Mm.
How much money came in on them before they went to double overtime? Because they were going. That's my big thing is they went into double overtime, but you a lot of that Miami money could have been before they did that.
That's a fair assessment.
But I'm not gonna go either way.
That's fair.
When are you doing the MLB thing? As soon as I think Nick just says when pitchers and catchers show up to spring training.
And we'll be going division by division. I think that's the way we're going to do it instead of team by team. We'll do division by division. And those will probably be an hour and a half show.
I miss Maction midweek.
Yeah.
Stop playing. I'm on Pelicans. Money line, ugly.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm on there.
Yes.
Pels cover for me a lot. Don't disrespect his Pels. Pass. My bad for bugging on you on the contest the whole week. Hey, dude, we understand there's money involved, and no, trust me, we got you.
Yeah, I just need to get all the numbers under control and everything like that.
Heat plus 9.5. I'm sharp like that. Good luck, dude. Good luck. Tell me why Tyler Harrow live bet for 35. This fucker had 26, including 2 overtimes. I don't know why you live bet him. No, I'm not after the double overtime. L. Yeah, no. We were on the Heat. Yeah, I thought the Heat were going to win last night. I did. So, Tim, what do we think? This is a plus 1134 with DraftKings college basketball. You like Florida? I think we leaned that way, but nothing crazy. Georgia, yes. UNC. Who does UNC got today? UNC. SMU. Honestly, if I'm going after anything in that game, I'm kind of thinking SMU. Look at did you see what happened in SMU's last game?
No.
They lost by 27 points at home to Duke, but they lost by 27 points at home.
What was the line on that game?
8.
That makes sense.
It would be SMU or nothing. In Mississippi State, I'm already on Vanderbilt, so no to Mississippi State. Heat check? No. Take their money line? No, I'm not taking the Heat money line. Do it live. Only reason I won is because one very lucky play. Tim, what if you cap college basketball like you cap every other sport without the numbers? That would take a hell of a lot longer. And the numbers are you guys up or down in college basketball? I think we're slightly up.
We are?
Or if anything, it's very, very close.
Okay. I would have to go go through all the numbers.
Yeah. Final NBA game, Nick, and then we got a shit ton of hockey.
Yep, let's get into it. The Denver Nuggets and the Boston Celtics. The line opened up at a 4.5. Now we're seeing 6s out there for Boston. Line opened up 238.5. It's down to a 236.5. So we even move towards the under here as well. We have 55% of tickets, 61% of cash is on Boston in this game. The line's moving towards them. 62% of tickets are on the over, 53% of cash on the under in this one as well. I don't really trust the Denver Nuggets here in this spot. And here's one thing that also I am not going to be betting against. What happened last game for the Oklahoma City Thunder, or against the Oklahoma City Thunder for the Boston Celtics?
Oh yeah, they blew a big lead.
It was a 13-point win by the OKC Thunder. It was a double-digit loss
After they were up big at halftime.
Yeah. On the flip side, we have the Denver Nuggets coming in off of a win against the Spurs. That was a bounce back after they lost to the Spurs the previous night. They've won 4 of their last 5 games and covered in 4 of their last 5. Denver started to play a little bit better. They're 4th in the Western Conference at 20-14. They're 15-18-1 ATS, though. Here's the thing. They don't cover numbers. That's the one thing I'm worried about. And in order
When they win.
But they win, but they don't cover numbers.
But they're a dog.
I actually want to see what they are. I'm going to look up when you're breaking down the game. One thing, and I'll bring back to those numbers back. I would only look Boston in this game. I think this is a spot where Boston blows them out, potentially. So I would only look towards the Celtics here for me, especially off of that type of loss.
That's understandable. The Nuggets are a very good team as a dog, though, this year. And yes, they don't cover spreads, but when they're constant overvalued favorites, I understand that. When they're dogs, they actually have been covering numbers, which is actually very interesting to see. But I'm on the Nuggets here. I got them plus 6.5. This is a spot where I think the Nuggets could be a live dog in this game. Because we normally see them show up against the big teams. And if they struggle, you look at some of the games that they've lost this year. Spurs, Phoenix, which is not a playoff team, Washington. They've lost twice to Cleveland. They lost to the Clippers. Yeah. Dallas. Yeah. New Orleans. Memphis has been good. But you look at some of the teams that they lost to, but you look at some of the teams they've beaten this year. They've beaten Golden State when they were running hot. Memphis this year, they beat. Dallas when they were running good. Oklahoma City when they were still undefeated. So the Nuggets do play up to competition. And I think this is one of the games that they're going to get up for. So I'm on the Nuggets. I got them plus 6.
Yeah, I went through and I looked at it. They've actually been underdogs in 9 games this year. I'm staying off, by the way. I'm staying off. They've been underdogs 9 games this year. How many do you think they covered in?
7.
6. They've been underdogs in 9 games this year. How many do you think they've won in those games as underdogs?
They covered in 6, so they won 4.
Won 5.
Yeah.
So they're an over 500 team as an underdog this year.
Exactly. That's my point. If they're a favorite, meh. But they look good right now.
Yep.
Nuggets plus 6. Yes, Nuggets plus 6. The GOAT. Is this the future NBA matchups? I hope so.
I don't know.
I just don't see. No, I don't see Boston making it.
Really?
I'm on the Celtics first half. I can care less about the game.
Full game.
Westbrook over 11.5 points. Nuggets plus 6. Westbrook has been the piece this team has needed. Dude, the Nuggets are actually really good when Westbrook starts games. I found that crazy to see. Nuggets team total over 115. Lakers to win by 11 plus. I'm not going to talk you off of that one. Although I'm not laying that many points on the Lakers. Westbrook under his rebounds. Michael Porter Jr. over 3s. Wouldn't you also look at Joker triple-double? Only in days to end and why. Nuggets ain't good like Celtics bench. That's why the Nuggets are dogs in this game. Westbrook over an assist. Nuggets are a second half team. I've seen that. Westbrook starts. They look awesome. He's been great. Yeah, that they have been really good with Westbrook, which It's crazy because I remember saying in the beginning of the year that I did not like the Westbrook trade, and now you look at it and go, no, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Nuggets second half team total. That's an interesting look. I like it. I like those unique looks. To hockey, Nick.
To hockey. Let's get started. A little. We got a weather situation tonight. We got some lightning and hurricanes. Thank you. Hurricanes -115, -120 road favorites in this game here with a total of 6 in this one here. We have the Tampa Bay Lightning coming in off of a 3-game California road trip, San Jose, LA, and Anaheim. They lost all 3 of those games. They've lost 4 in a row because they lost against Montreal before they hit the road. On the flip side, the Carolina Hurricanes, they're coming in off of a 4-3 overtime win against the Pittsburgh Penguins. That was a bounce back for them after they lost 4-0 to the Minnesota Wild in their previous game. They've been a win-loss alternating team a little bit as of late. They're 5-4-1 the last 10 games. The Carolina Hurricanes. My numbers have this game projected for the Lightning to be about a -105, -110 favorite in this game. So I think that this line's about right. My numbers have this game projected for 6.03 goals. I think this line's about right. I really don't have any interest in this game here. I would be, gun to head, I would take a shot with Tampa Bay before Carolina. Would be the way I would approach this game. But am I getting involved in it? Not really.
Yeah. It should be a good game, though. But you got a Tampa Bay team that's come back from an out west road trip. Normally that would be a fade, but the way that their road trip ended or went was dog shit. And it's not like they went and played tough teams out west. San Jose and Anaheim, along with the Kings in there.
Kings are a good team.
That's why I didn't mention them right away. That's a little bit troubling for them. Although, yeah, Tampa Bay has dropped down to a wild card spot, which is interesting to see as well. I don't know. This is not really a game I need to get involved with. It would be Carolina or nothing.
Really?
I'd have to take Carolina puck line or nothing, just because you got Tampa Bay coming off an out west road trip. I thought it was a bad spot for them. But I don't feel the need to go after the Carolina Hurricanes.
No, I don't. Very.
Chat's all yours now.
Yeah. Let's see. Canes money line. Yeah. Canes team total over. Jarvis goal. Braden point goal. Over 6. Tampa money line. It's a good bounce back spot here. I would lean towards that as well. Motivated and at home. Good reset. Yeah. I could see them going on a hot streak. The Tampa Bay Lightning. Because they get Carolina, and then after this they do get Boston and New Jersey and Pittsburgh after this. So we'll see. But we'll move on here to the New York Rangers and the Dallas Stars. Who would have thought that the Rangers would be this big of home dogs this year? But it makes sense. Let's get into it. We have the Dallas Stars are on -170 favorites, total of 6.5 in this one here. We have the New York Rangers who they look lost right now. Is what the Rangers are. They're 18-20-1, and they're currently 7th in the Metropolitan Division. A team I thought that can win the Met this year. They have won 2 of their last 3 games, but they were against Boston. Okay, that was not a bad win, in Chicago. So they beat Chicago. Good for them. They're 3-7 in the last 10 games. Now they're going up against a red-hot Dallas Stars team. They've won 4 in a row and 5 of the last 6. Their only loss in that stretch was an overtime loss against the Minnesota Wild. And we did see these two teams play in Dallas on December the 20th. The Rangers won that game 3-1. Time to flip the script today. I like the Stars in this one as road favorites in this game. My numbers have this game projected at -200 for the Dallas Stars. The advanced metrics behind the New York Rangers suck. And I have this game projected for 6.45 goals. I think the total is correct, but I think the side is off a little bit. I see a little bit of value here with the Dallas Stars, especially minus 160 over on Fanatics. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play the minus 1 line here. I'm going to punch that in, and I'll have the odds when you break it down.
I would just go puck line. You can get a nice plus 150 puck line. It's been a Rangers team that it so sucks. They're so bad this year. They're still in it though.
Yeah.
I mean they're not. They're only 4. That's the crazy thing. I don't want to bring them up too, but like from the bottom in the East to the wild card is separated by 6 points.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Compared to out west where it's separated by 17. The Eastern Conference is going to be fun.
Yes.
Coming down the stretch.
Montreal is in a playoff spot right now.
Yeah, that's how you know that anything's possible. A hot run by the Rangers, and they could be right back in a wild card spot in a week. So don't count the Rangers out just yet, although I love the sound of them being one of the worst teams in hockey right now. It is Stars puck line here. Stars are one of the better teams in the Western Conference, although they're only in a wild card spot. If they win here, they will be tied with Colorado, which they would actually be ahead of Colorado because of games played. But this is a Dallas team that I think is going to be. I think Dallas is the second best team overall in the Western Conference. Only behind the actual best team in hockey right now, the Vegas Golden Knights. And yes, they actually are. They have 57 points, which is number 1 in hockey. Number 2 is the Washington Capitals. So last night, Sabres beat the second best team in hockey. Anyways, but I am on Dallas. I'll take their puck line here.
Yeah, I got Dallas minus 104. Dallas minus 104 for this one here.
I'll go put that up on the site for you. But I prefer. Can I put puck line up on the site?
If you can find a minus 1, that's fine. I would prefer that.
Okay.
Is it just me or the Wild being minus 130 a little suspicious?
It is a little bit weird.
We'll get into it. Stars and Reg. Stars first period puck line and full game puck line. Rangers first period money line. Jamie Benn goal. Rangers come out hot and then strike first, then fall off. Watch out Habs Cup run out of nowhere again. They've done it before. They did it during the COVID season. Yeah. Quick confirmed Stars or nothing. Yeah. Miro Hiskinen. Good quick hot start, then falls off. Yeah. Stars revenge spot. Robinson assist. Yeah, I definitely agree on the Stars revenge spot there. That one. We'll keep going. The Ottawa Senators and the Detroit Red Wings in the next matchup here. The Sens minus 115 road favorites, total of 5.5 in this game. Let's take a look here. I have this game projected. There we go. At around a pick 'em. I have the Wings around minus 110 in this game. So it'd be I guess a slight lean towards the Detroit Red Wings in this spot here. As for the total though, total does intrigue me a little bit. I have this game projected for 6.1 goals. So seeing this at a 5.5, granted it's juiced towards the over, which I agree with it being juiced towards the over. My numbers have this game at a 6. I think the line is about correct on the side. For the total, I'm interested, but this is a Senators team that's been playing a lot of unders. The last time they went over, it was on December the 21st against Vancouver. It was a 5-4 win. They've gone 1-7-2 over under the last 10 games. Their last 5 games, 3-1, 4-2, 3-1, 4-2, 4-0. They are coming in off of a shutout loss. Okay, this isn't over. Everything's starting to correlate for me. Yeah, I know. And I get it. Ottawa's been an awesome under team. Over 5.5 for me here, though, at minus 120 over on BetMGM. You can also get it over on Caesars. But yeah, over 5.5, minus 120, Ottawa and Detroit for me.
Can I take a shot here?
Puck line?
Yep. You want to guess with who?
The Red Wings.
Well, you got a team that's lost 4 out of their last 5 games, and they're slight favorites on the road against a team that's won 4 in a row.
Okay.
Give me Ottawa on the puck line, plus 215. I know that's kind of gross, but I mean these two teams are. Ottawa's only a point back for a wild card spot.
They were in a wild card spot.
I was about to say they were in a wild card spot, and then they kind of fell off a little bit. I'm gonna take them here. I think Detroit kind of stays down. I think at the end of the year, Detroit's gonna be one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference. I think all the New York teams will pass Detroit eventually. So I'm gonna be on Ottawa here. Puck line at plus 215.
There you go. Head back to the chat. How are the Sens still on the road? Brutal. World Juniors. World Juniors is in Ottawa right now, so that's why they've played 1 million road games in a row. Red Wings money line. Who's in net for the Sens? That's a great question. I'm needing to look that up. But Daily Faceoff is being slow on me right now. I do not know. Red Wings over 5.5. Yeah. System play over 5.5. Yes. Sens money line. I'm joining the gross play, Tim.
Yeah.
Volunteers versus Gators. Who we got?
It's a stronger lean. I think it's like a 2.23 point lean towards the Vols. We kind of lean Volunteers today.
There you go. Lucas Raymond goal. Tarasenko goal. Ex-Senator. There you go. And it's not confirmed, but they're showing Anton Forsberg.
Okay.
In that. The Wings hot streak ends here. These old guys are going to slow down. Fair. We will move on. We have the Boston Bruins taking on the Edmonton Oilers, minus 150 for the Oilers with a total of 6 in this game. Let's take a look at my projections for this one here. Do I have the Oilers as a favorite in this game? Yeah. Do I have them as a minus 150 favorite in this game? No, I have them around minus 115, minus 120. I see value here at Boston. The question is, do we want to trust the Bruins here in this spot? The Bruins are coming in off of a overtime loss against the New York Islanders in their last game. I watched that overtime. I don't know how they didn't score in that overtime. And then all of a sudden, after all the chances they got, puck squeaked away. Bo Horvat had a breakaway and scored. So
puck luck.
Yeah, that was a little bit of puck luck there. But 4 straight losses for these Boston Bruins in 5 of the last 6. The only game they've won is against the Columbus Blue Jackets. So this is an ugly streak right now for the Boston Bruins. The Oilers have won 3 in a row. They're coming in off of a 4-2 win against the Kraken. It would be dog or pass for me in this game with the Bruins. That would be the only side I would look at in this one. And as for the total, I have this game projected at 6.01 goals. So I think the line's correct there. So for me, no action in this game. It would be Bruins or nothing now.
I kind of lean Bruins with you. But I do not feel the need to go and bet the Bruins. They have not played well as of late. And this is, although I just took Ottawa, so what do I know? It's Bruins or nothing, and I'm going to go with nothing.
Fair. Let's see. Trap line for the Wings. Yep. The Brinkhead Senator too. Yeah, there you go. Bruins money line. Bruins let me down the other night, and Oilers always kill me when I fade them. Pass for me personally. Fair. Hyman goal. I see Merlin. Oh wow. I don't even know who that is. So for wanted to take the Bruins, how can I touch them when they're doing it? Yeah. Pascosian. There you go. Draw. I could see a draw in this game. If I'm leaning dog, I can definitely see draws. Like that dog and draw, I feel like can go hand in hand sometimes. He's a tank on the ice. Yeah, we've heard a lot of good from him. We'll move on. Pittsburgh Penguins and Columbus Blue Jackets. The Penguins are minus 150 road favorites or home favorites with a total of 6.5. This game I have projected for 6.17 goals, so I see value on the under if I'm looking to bet this game on the total perspective. As for a side perspective, I have the Penguins as a favorite. I have the Penguins as around minus 105, minus 110 favorite, though. This is Columbus or nothing for me if I'm looking to bet this game. And that's the tough part in this one is taking a shot here with an ugly dog here in Columbus, who actually is only 1 point behind Pittsburgh, Columbus. And that's because they have one less game played and one less overtime loss compared to Pittsburgh. So with the win tonight, Columbus leapfrogged Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has lost 3 in a row. They've gone to overtime in 2 in a row. They've gone to overtime in 5 of their last 10 games. The Pittsburgh Penguins, they're becoming a little bit of a draw team. And the Columbus Blue Jackets have gone to overtime in 2 of their last 7 games. I can see a draw in this game a little bit here in this one as well. But I don't think I don't think the Penguins are that much better of a team. And you're giving me what's the best available number here? Plus 135 over on Bet365. Sign me up for some Blue Jackets tonight in this one.
I won't talk you off for that one. I personally don't feel the need to go after this game. And this is, can we call it a 1-800? Not really. You can't really call any game between 2 Eastern Conference teams a 1-800 gambler right now. But this is, do I feel the need to want to go and lay something with the Pittsburgh Penguins? No. It'd be Columbus or nothing. So I guess nothing in this game. So no, just an ugly game.
Yeah, very, but it's definitely Blue Jackets or nothing.
For sure.
Ooh, the teams I both like to go against. Fair. Columbus money line, Crosby and Malkin Feast versus the Blue Jackets, even though you're taking them. There you go. Under 6.5. I can see that. Random. Would Castillo, if traded to the Orioles, move the needle for them as the AL East? Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's your ace right there.
Yeah.
Luis Castillo is your ace.
Yep.
And he's the 4 starter on Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
He's the
They have plenty of pieces to get that trade done too. So.
Oh yeah. The only thing is if whether or not Michael Elias wants to trade prospects, which he is the ultimate prospect hugger. Like,
I don't blame him though. The Orioles have like the best farm system in baseball.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him for wanting to hold on to his prospects.
Yeah. Castillo would be the number 1 pitcher on that staff.
He would be.
Pretty plain and simple.
Although Charlie Morton is not an ace, but he would. I feel like he would help out this. He's going to help out a lot.
He's a good veteran presence, yes.
Yep.
Not for $15 million though. And they also gave $13 million to Toshikamo Shiguno.
I think that could be an interesting piece.
I think he's a 5-starter at best. He was really strong in the Japan League, but the guy's also, I think, 36 years old, 37 years old.
Another veteran.
Yeah, they could have allocated that $28 million better, but that's
for sure.
That's just me, though. Hockey is such a toss-up right now, but it's so fun to watch. Yeah. Penguins money line and revenge also. I took the over, so they feast, but you're on CBJ though. Yeah. It is a system play. Probably not. I disagree, especially with them losing Corbin Burns. I disagree, but we'll move on. I'm also not very high on the Orioles right now. I need to see them do literally anything. But we'll move on. Philadelphia Flyers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. We have the Flyers. The Maple Leafs is minus 125 favorites in this game. Total of 6 in the spot here. As for the total, I have this game projected right. 5.97 goals. I think this number is right there. And for the first time in a while, I'm considering a bet on the Philadelphia Flyers on this game. I have not been backing them much, but my numbers like the way they've been playing as of late. They've been playing like an above-average team, and the Toronto Maple Leafs, I don't know how they continue to win games because their advanced metrics have them projected as, over the last 10 games, a below-average team. And they are 7-3 in those games. They are way overachieving. And my numbers have the wrong team favored in this game. According to last 10 games, recent form, things along those lines. I want the Philadelphia Flyers in this game, and I haven't bet this team in forever. But at this number, it's just Flyers or nothing for me if I'm betting this game.
I don't blame you. I personally would probably look towards Toronto, get a nice plus 195 puck line. So that seems a little bit more appealing to me. But I'm not going to talk you off of a plus money dog at home. But this is a Toronto team that's currently the second best team in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
And if I had to pick a team to make it out of the Eastern Conference this year and make the Stanley Cup, I'm going Tampa. No, sorry, Toronto. I think Toronto is a different team this year. But we say that every year. So I would lean towards Toronto in this game. I would puck line it at plus 195, but I don't feel like I absolutely have to.
I'm going to bet the Flyers in this game because there's also one more aspect that I forgot to mention. These two teams just played each other. The Maple Leafs won in overtime 3-2 in Toronto. So I'll turn around. I'll take the Flyers here at plus 110.
There you go. Have fun.
Let's see. Let's see. Rodriguez means Bradish Wells.
I think Grayson's gonna have a big year,
and that's not even including Charlie Morton. That's not including Cade Povich. It's not including Trevor Rogers. Here's the problem, though, and I feel like there's a little bit of an issue with the Mets as well. The Orioles have way too many 4 and 5 starters. They don't have a top echelon pitcher like they did with Corbin Burns. Like, obviously, you're not going to have another Corbin Burns, but when your best pitcher on the staff is Bradish, Rodriguez,
Rodriguez definitely has the upside.
But what we've seen is Bradish has been the better pitcher
for right now, yeah. But Grayson, we saw now his numbers might not have looked as good, but his stuff is nasty.
Zach Eflin.
I love Zach Eflin.
That's what I forgot. Zach Eflin is your game 1 starter.
Yeah.
He's an underrated pitcher. Yeah. I feel like I just saw this game. 3-2 Leafs. Yes, you did. Yep. Flyers plus 115. Yeah. Honestly, though, I've been terrible in hockey this year. So I mean, I won't talk people off of fading me at times. Like, and we're not going to agree on everything. It happens. Leafs puck line, Flyers defense and goaltending is not that good. It isn't. Just binge watch Archer for the first time. Need to bring that humor to real life. I've never seen that show.
It's a voice from Bob's Burgers.
Okay. Right now, I'm watching Shameless. We made it we're a few seasons in.
We just got to season 8.
We're almost at season 4. But their offenses, yeah. Toronto to make the cup, that's laughable. Somehow going to lose if Montreal plays Toronto in the first round, you know Montreal's winning that in 6 or 7 games. You know it already.
Yeah. Pass.
Craig Berube is not a coach that fucks around. No. I'm glad the shows are back. Best Capping show on YouTube. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was annoying not doing shows for those 10 days. But I had an opportunity to make a decent amount of money, so I took it. Gonna send Povich down. I heard. I want to see him be the swingman. I want to see him be a long reliever, something like that. Or at the very least a spot starter.
Dude, like Povich is solid.
I like Povich. Yeah. Honestly, they went to OT last game. Might go to OT again. I can see that. Wasn't Dean Kramer better last year? I am not a fan of Dean Kramer like everybody else is. I think Dean Kramer is a favorite. Said no, thank you for me. I need to see him as a dog.
I remember taking Dean Kramer, taking Orioles in the over every game for those.
Yeah.
Because he always got run support.
Yeah. Yes. Forgot about Dean. I want to watch Shameless. It's a great show. I like it. We'll move on. 4 games remaining. The Minnesota Wild and the St. Louis Blues minus 140 for the Wild. Total of 5.5 in this game. As this line's moving up a little bit here. My numbers have the Blues as a slight favorite in this game. And I'm a Wild supporter this year. Their advanced metrics are not the greatest. The Wild as of late. And that's one thing that is a little bit of a concern for Minnesota. And St. Louis, they've lost their shine a little bit too, but they've started to play a little bit better. Or did I type this in wrong? No, my numbers for it. No, wow. Their advanced metrics have been really strong. It was just that one bad game against New Jersey over the last 10 games for St. Louis that have not been good. This is St. Louis or nothing for me if I'm looking at this spot here. And as a dog, I think this is a nice little spot. We've seen this with Jim Montgomery with the St. Louis Blues. Where are they the most dangerous? As a road dog. Like we saw that in the beginning as a road dog. Now, and earlier they've played already twice this year. Minnesota's won both meetings so far. The Blues are coming in off of a 6-4 loss against Columbus. Minnesota's coming back after a nice 4-0 win against Carolina on the road. And then get Colorado on deck. So how much are they really looking at this game is another question here. I haven't bet against Minnesota in a minute. But that would be the only place I would look in this game is St. Louis in this one here at the plus 115 price tag.
I'm on St. Louis. I would have to go St. Louis and reg just to get a little bit more value on it because plus 115 is not really enough for me. I know that sounds crazy. Their regulation line is plus 180. I see that. I see value there. So I would go. I'm going to go Blues plus 180 in regulation.
I'm going to move on the Blues money line in this game here. I can get plus 115 over on ESPN bet. My bet 365. Bet 365 here plus 115 St. Louis Blues.
There you
go. Let's see. As an MLB casual, Dean Kramer looked pretty good in my eyes. He's an average pitcher. He's a solid 3-4 pitcher. He's not an ace, and he's not somebody that over 5.5. Blues money line. Blues over 5.5 system play. No, it's not a system play, but you're keeping it. Gotcha. Keep in mind the Wild absolutely rattled Binnington off his game. I want to see a ton of fighting in this game. Didn't see the CBJ game. Ryan Suter goal. There you go. Ryan Suter goal. We'll move on. Winnipeg Jets and the Nashville Predators minus 150 for the Jets, total of 5.5 in this game. How is this total 5.5? It was the first thing I kind of looked at here in this one. My numbers have this game projected for the Jets around minus 120 and 6.5 goals. I have this game projected a goal higher than the actual line is in this one here. I'm going to be on the over in this one here. That's one thing I know. And we have Nashville playing a little bit better as of late. They're off of back-to-back wins, 4-1 against the Flames and 3-0 against the Canucks. On the flip side, the Winnipeg Jets have lost 3 in a row. They've given up at least 4 goals in all 3 of those games. A 4-2 loss against the Detroit Red Wings, a 4-3 loss against Anaheim, a 5-2 loss against the Colorado Avalanche. So they've lost 3 in a row. I don't trust them at minus 160 chalk. So the ultimate question is, do you want to trust the Nashville Predators here in this spot? And I think the better way to trust them, and rather than taking a money line with them, is a team total over in this one, because I see this game being a little bit of a higher scoring game. But I'll be on the over 5.5 here in this one at minus 125. When my numbers have it projected a goal higher than it is, I'm gonna take it here. So over 5.5 minus 125 here in Nashville and Winnipeg.
I'm taking Nashville. This is I know this is a national team that I've bet on plenty of times this year. They burnt me so many times. I don't care. They're starting to play better now, and I can get their regulation line. Where is it? Plus 205. So I'm going to take a shot with Nashville. I took their reg at 205, Nick.
There you go. We'll head back to the chat here. Preds game over 500 or over 500, over 5.5. Marshall show anytime goal. He likes to play Winnipeg. Did Nino Niederreiter play on Nashville? Yes, he did. He was a Predator after he got traded from the Hurricanes. Yeah. Move on. 2 games remaining on the card here. Calgary Flames and the Anaheim Ducks. Quack, 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 quack. Minus 140 for the Flames. Total of 6 in this game here. I have this game projected at a 6.5, so the over does kind of appeal to me here in this one. I have the Ducks as a favorite in this game. Slightly. So the Ducks look very appealing for me in the spot at this dog price tag. The question is, do we trust them here? And defensively, the Flames have really fallen off. They've given up 3.76 expected goals against over the last 10 games on average. And Anaheim is playing better as of late. They've won 4 of the last 5 games. Their only loss was against Edmonton. Calgary is a team that I like better at the Saddle Dome than I do on the road. This is Anaheim for me. And when I have them projected as a favorite and I can get them at plus 125 over on FanDuel, yeah, sign me up. A little quack, 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 quack. Ducks action here for me for this one, Anaheim.
I'm going to stay off of this game. I wish you the best of luck, but I don't feel the need to go after this one. I am starting to put a couple of plays up on the site for you. So I'm going to be putting up the Ducks for you. But I don't personally feel the need to right now.
That's fair. Yeah. It's just at this number, I had to take a shot with them here in this one.
Okay.
Damn Nick really is the guy to ask. Knew that instantly. Yes. I believe he started with Minnesota, then he went to Carolina, Nashville, and now he's with Winnipeg. He's made his round through the Central Division, and then Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Ducks money line, love it. Like me some Marquette, but who is going to let people have 12 points with Georgetown? I don't care if it's an away game. G-Town getting 12, like they're going to roll over for Marquette.
Let's see. Marquette. I know that they were ranked, so I'm trying to. Here we have it at 15.5. So it was close to grabbing. What do you call it? Marquette.
Here you go. Dustin Wolf versus Dostal. Just grab your popcorn and watch. That's a great goalie matchup. Yeah, best goalies in the league: Wolf, Dostal, Askarov. The Sharks have, I think, found their goalie here with Askarov.
Undefeated and Sharks are undefeated in 2025.
Yeah, and we want to talk some Sharks.
Sure.
We have San Jose and Vegas. I mean, sometimes you gotta go some with the Sharks? Question mark. I do have this game projected for Vegas to be around a minus 180 favorite in this one here. I'm trying to do calculations in my head. And projected at a 6.41. So, yeah, this is Sharks or nothing if I'm going to be ending the card like that. Minus 260 for the Vegas Golden Knights. Yes, they look like the best team in hockey right now, the Vegas Golden Knights.
I think they are the best team in hockey.
At least they're the best team in the West right now. They're 27-9-3. They are – one thing that they do, though, is struggle on the road a little bit. They're only 10-5-3 on the road compared to 17-4 at the Fortress this year. So if there's ever a spot you want to play them, it's on the road, because really going into Vegas is not a fun thing to do. And guess who gets to do that next? That'd be the New York Islanders and then the New York Rangers.
I know the Sabres just went there. So
yeah. So I mean, for me, this is little Sharkies or nothing. I don't feel the need to get involved.
Well, you know my opinion on the Vegas Golden Knights. I've mentioned it a couple of times. And I have a ticket for them now to win the Stanley Cup. So I would still want to go towards the Sharks in this one. Sharks are undefeated in 2025. But no, this is a big plus money price tag, and I kind of just like going after the big price tag. So it would be San Jose or nothing in this one for me. But I did not feel the need to fade the Vegas Golden Knights.
That's fair. We'll head back to the chat, then we'll head on. Sharks, baby. There you go. Eastern Illinois plus 2.5.
EIU.
Sharks. Play the Sharks, man. If you have them, I made a video with the Baby Shark song with the San Jose Sharks,
and it got copyrighted.
So I took it off. Yeah. Celebrity's the GOAT. Pass. Yeah, Celebrity. He's gonna be a fun player in the NHL for years to come. But that is everything for today's card tip.
Yep, that's gonna do it for today. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. I'm going to be putting up the card. I'm starting to type it up as we speak. It will be posted once the show is done. Make sure you guys are following on all social medias. Membership. So you get the card every day. You get the spreadsheet for college basketball. You get free pick videos early, even if it's an hour and a half early. They still come out at like 10:30. So you guys can get those early. And then access to the contest, which Nick is starting back up again today. So if you guys are interested in that, bada bing, bada boom, there you go. It's so lame, YouTube. Yes, for sure. Last, Earle X Shark.
Yeah, I could see Tomas Earle
props. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back again tomorrow. Peace out, guys.